So this chest day, push day, whatever you want to call it. I'll start with lateral raises, delight. 4 sets of 20 and 25. Just get a good pump going. You know. Whew. Whew. Now spam those out. Whew. Cheat on a few reps, not your diet.
Up 50 pounds each set. We forgot our
Oh. So we warmed up the shoulders. Now we're going to warm up the chest, and then we'll get into our pressing. This feels white today. This feels white today. This machine, I don't know if it's because I went so heavy at Planet and at Stovos. We haven't been on this bike deck in a while. Ooh, go ahead. That's a good. Hit a warm up set.
Last set. All right. I'm gonna go.
Good. Yeah, it doesn't feel lighter today. I don't know if that's because we. Yeah, we typically start with it. Just because I really don't like this machine, so I'd rather warm up with it than save it for later. It's a great machine, so.
Muscle bar.
All right. A little heavier. Let's go around. Ooh, yeah. Come on, buddy. Good. Come on, push. All right. It is busy in here today, so we're gonna use the power rack as our flat bench area today for some flat benching. Oh, there's like 5 or 6 people over in that little corner where the actual bench is right now, and someone's on it. So see how it feels. We'll see why it would feel any different. So because I didn't start it too well, I guess. If you want to, can you move these up one? Well, yes. It's like if it started too well for me, it was gonna be way too well for you. So, all right. Oh. My flat bench is so weak, but it's fine. I'm here for a chest pump, not to lift heavy weights. Was never equating to be a Olympic powerlifter. Definitely prefer incline just as you get the same benefits, but sometimes it's nice to stay flat. All right. I know I'm not the most impressive person or entertaining person to watch on YouTube in terms of freak factor of strength or anything, but I'm also probably one of the few natties who post online, so no offense, anyone who claims to be natty. Hey, look, the bench wasn't completely flat. That was nice. I'm glad I wasn't pressing when I did that. Oh, my chest is still dead from last chest. But we covered enough to hit another workout nonetheless. But that flat is feeling heavy. All right. Last set of these. You guys gonna spot me, right? That's what you're back there for. Don't let me die. Or do. Maybe you don't make the chow. All right, straight to some chest flies. Then we turn to the power rack with an incline bench.
You're ready to dessert yet? Ready like this. Do the robot on it. Just this. Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yeah. Come on, button.
One more of those. Oh man. Whew. All right. So just switch this up and put it into incline and right back to it. Oh. Whew. Goodbye, shaker bottle. Whew. It did what I want to do. Jump from a tall building. Whoa. Ooh. 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 This is a heavy chest day. Not that I've gone heavy, it's just it's felt heavy. Ooh.
I accidentally paused it.
Ooh. Ooh. It's amazing how much heavier shoulder pressing feels if you hit it deep into a push day and after incline, because you've already hit some front and side delt just inherently by hitting some incline. Ooh, moving on. Ooh. So, as always, the theme with this bench press, nice, deep stretch, not nearly as heavy since we're saving at the very end. But I'm just gonna enjoy nice, controlled, deep stretch. And this will be our last movement. Ooh. Last set. And we're out of here. Or then we're hitting some cardio. All right, time for cardio. Well, some cardio. So it was extremely busy when we first got here. So we actually did, me and Brendan both hopped on the treadmill. He was going slow, no incline. I was doing my normal incline at 3 miles per hour. So, but we ended up hitting, I think it ended up totaling 25 minutes before the actual workout. So 25 minutes of this, just waiting for it to die down in there so we could hit our workout. So I might hit 20 to 30 minutes of it now to finish it off. But that being said, that was a good workout. That was a really good workout. So I think I prefer hitting shoulders with chest in a more pull day style workout. So, but I still want to enjoy the bro split spot style of having a designated arm day. So tomorrow will still be arms, but hit rear delt, chest around back, hit front and side delts today on chest. And even we don't need to do too much because you're already hitting them on most chest exercises anyways, especially like an incline press or a bench press. So not a bad workout at all. Got a good little shoulder pump, got a really good chest pump. And it took us, I didn't even think it took that long. It was an hour and 25-minute workout, but there was also a lot of waiting for machines to be open or setting up the power rack to use because it was so busy. So like I said, we spent 25 minutes in here on treadmills just wasting time to let some people leave. And then we went in there and hit those lateral raises. And we were only two over there when we started hitting lateral raises because that main area where all the benches and dumbbells are is like a little offshoot of the main weight room. So it's like a small corner of the weight room pretty much. If you think about it, it'd be like an upside down L. And that area of the dumbbells and the bench presses is a very small square that shapes the L. And so we're up in that area, and everyone else is out in the main area, like using the Smith machines and stuff. But we got to that last set of lateral raises, and a guy came in and hopped on the bench press. So I was like, well, crap, we were about to hit front bench, so we'll go warm up our pecs on the pec deck. And by the time we got done with the pec deck, the four guys working out together had moved over to where the dumbbells are. One guy's on bench press, and then another guy who was working out went over to the dumbbells. So now there's a total of 6 people in that small little corner. So I was like, well, flat bench isn't free. And if it wasn't free, we were going to hit incline. But there's 6 people in that area, so it's super congested over there. So we'll just set up flat bench over on the power rack, and we'll go from there. And then we just ended up, since we had already set it up, just inclining the bench, moving the stuff, the racks up, and using the power rack for incline. So, but it was still a good workout. Just took you longer to set things up between sets. So I would say it was more of an hour, 15-minute workout if you get really big breaks in between and setting things up. But it's a good workout. It was more press focused than fly, which isn't too bad. I feel like our chest days end up being very fly focused anyways, where it's just like we'll hit a press and then we'll hit a fly variation. We'll hit a press, we'll hit a fly variation. We'll do another fly variation. Right after that, we'll go hit another press, we'll hit another fly variation. But my chest responds better to high volume, and I do high volume on my flies anyways. So like, that's just what my chest responds to the most, rough flies. So that deep stretch in any fly compared to a press. But still ended up being a really good workout. Still got a really good pump out of it. So no complaints here. So I will say, I think we have like 70 subscribers today. The goal is to hit 100. Right now, that's the milestone that the channel is heading towards. I'm very excited to officially hit the first 100. But I don't know if you guys have been watching the channel long enough, you've probably seen it, where it just keeps going up and down, up and down. And one day, I literally went to bed, woke up, had a notification from YouTube Studios that gives you your analytics and said, congratulations for hitting your first 100. And I was like super excited. And I hop on, and it dropped back down to 79. And like since then, it's just been all over the place. And I don't know if it's, some of you guys subscribe, decide you don't like the channel or don't like how it's going, and so you leave, or if it's like bots, because I know YouTube has a really bad bot issue, especially like really big YouTubers. You can see that like the top comment is like a half naked woman, and then the comment is literally just so and so's biggest fan. You're all bots. And so I would almost put money down that it's a bunch of bots that subscribed and then they kicked out. And that's why it's like, once the bots have been removed, it's sitting at 60 something. And then the next morning, after we're like very close to 100 and we come back down, we're in the 60s again. And then by the end of the day, we're almost at 100. And now maybe we're in the 70s for the first time. So it's like, we're close, very close to 100. I'm very excited to hit that milestone. And actually, I'm hoping to get that $100 gift card giveaway. I want to do that at the 100 subscriber mark. So if you aren't subscribed, and this is your first video, if you made it this far, Harder Last Time is giving me a $100 gift card to the supplement website to give away. So I'd like to do that at the 100 subscriber mark. So makes sense, 100 subscribers, $100. So if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, because that's the only way you're going to be in for the winning of that card. So, and if you don't know what Harder Last Time carries, now would be your time to hop on the website and get looking, because you might have a gift card coming your way to use on it. So you might want to have a general idea of what the prices look like and what they carry. And then obviously JS15, you can say 15% off. Keep that in mind. You can get, like, you can really think out what you're going to spend that 100 on. But at 100 subscribers, want to use one in a gift card. So keep that in mind. Go ahead and you can subscribe if you're already here. Why aren't you? You know, if you're watching the video up until this point, why aren't you subscribed? But that should be happening soon. I was checking my emails today, and my my hardcore 3D pre-workout should be in tomorrow. So expect the review for that tomorrow as well. I don't know where we're going to gym tomorrow. Still trying to figure that out. But I might get us day passes at Stovo or something. I haven't decided. But tomorrow will be arm day. So just look forward to that. Of course, I gotta figure out what gym I'm going to buy day passes at, so I know what the workout looks like. But tomorrow will be arm day. I'm looking forward to that. I almost want to be more bicep focused. I feel like my triceps are overdeveloped and my biceps are falling behind from them. So it would make the most sense to focus in on them at least a little bit. But we'll see. So if it seems like biceps got a little more attention than triceps in tomorrow's workout, that's why. I typically try to keep it a bit even. It just seems like my triceps just respond better. So I will adjust the workout accordingly to try to get some bicep growth going. So that's something I need to work on in terms of like what I'm aiming to improve is obviously body fat percentage, and then my quads, my shoulders, and my biceps. Honestly, I feel like my traps are fine. I don't need to work on my traps. Forearms are fine. Triceps are fine. Chest is fine, especially upper chest. I think my chest might be slightly overdeveloped for where everything else is. Obviously, I need to work on my core so that way when it's winter, as we get closer to show day, that there's a decent core to be unveiled. So I do need to start hitting core, if not every day, every other day. Whew. So that's something I need to start adding in. I may not necessarily film it just because I want the videos to start pushing like hour and a half young lengths, because some of them do push about an hour. But like right now I'm hitting abductor and adductor 4 sets, going heavy. I'm in 10 to 12 every day. So I want to blow up my quads. So I can't blow them up with any, like with squats or with leg extensions or anything really. Right now, I'm just having such a hard time pushing heavy weights. Or even like yesterday, I just tried to do like body weight squats while like talking to a friend and like showing him something, because I was trying to tell him about when he's hitting squats, because he was hitting legs and I was hitting back, and he was hitting Smith machine squats. I was talking to him. I was like, hey, do this, and I had to grab onto something just while hitting a bodyweight squat so I could actually help spot myself back up because my knees are so bad. But I was like, come halfway back up, back down to the bottom, and then all the way up. And that's one rep. I said, you're going to blow up your quads big time. Hey, there's going to be so much blood in them, so much time under tension, it's going to be great. I was like, start doing your squats like that at least once in a while. And it's humbling to think that my knees have gotten so bad that I can't even do a body weight squat while talking to somebody. So it's sad. So like one of the only hopes I have until I hop on BPC 157 for my knees and hopefully start getting some recovery going is to not only obviously keep up with my cardio, because like when I wasn't keeping up with my cardio, my knees were much worse. Once I started doing cardio every day, your legs are getting used every day in a physical capacity, even if it isn't lifting weights. It did give me some more mobility in them again and more use out of them again. And then obviously reverse treadmill and reverse sled is what we get for getting your knees back. So I did the first time I had knee issues to kind of rehab them back. I need to get back into the rhythm of doing that because my knees are so much worse now than they were ever. So need to get back into the rhythm of that. Plus BPC 157. Like that should be a 1-2 punch of, if I play my cards right, getting my knees much healthier. So, but for now at least, add an abductor for like every day or every other day. But the goal is every day. Should hopefully help add size to my quads without adding extra pressure or extra pain to my knees or breaking them down at all. So, because you guys have seen it. There's like days I've come in and pushed heavy weights. I've gone hard, I've gone intense, and been able to have a good leg day. And then there's days I come in and I can barely do the sled on the leg press, let alone add weight. So, just depends on day. It's been very humbling, and I'm gonna try to rehab them the best I can. And I think this is a really great rehab for them too. Like they have been feeling pretty good, like just in the day to day, compared to what they were feeling, just by adding incline treadmill into the routine instead of stationary bike. So no complaints there. I think since I already hit 25 minutes over, I'll hit 20 minutes now, and that'll be a total of 45 for the day. So that's still in the realms of my 30 minutes to an hour that I'm aiming for. But, whew. So I got 5 more minutes. So I'll just talk to you guys until I'm done. So, sorry if you don't like it, you can click off now. But, whew, if you guys are looking to up your cardio game, for sure consider taking GO2 Max from Harder last time. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a sponsored athlete. Like, one of the best things I ever did for myself was taking that. Like, I used to take it religiously when I had the money for it. I just haven't had the money for it recently. Catching back up on bills and trying to get established, trying to get my own place and everything. I haven't had extra money for stuff like that. And I probably should have thought about that when they told me, hey, you did good on sales this month. pick a free item. I should have said GO2 Max instead of pre-workout, but honestly, I feel like I need the pre right now. But back on topic. GO2 Max, the reason it helps with that, or it's called that, is because it helps with your VO2 Max, which is your cardiovascular system, your body's ability to circulate oxygen to the blood, its ability to control your breathing and everything else, and just your output for cardio. And so, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, when I heard Greg talk about it on his channel for the first time, I thought it was a bunch of BS. And so I took it, and I went from doing like 2.5 miles per hour on treadmill, no incline, and that, was like a butt kicker where I'd only do 20 to 30 minutes on it because my cardio was just so bad, to stuff like this, right? Where, especially when I was on it, I was doing 3 miles per hour for a 15% incline for 30 minutes. And I was doing that every other day. And then the days I didn't do it, I did the stationary bike for an hour. And like, I was able to go so much harder. And to be honest, at least in my opinion, because it's a natural supplement. I don't remember, I think it's MNM, or whatever it's called, or NMN. You'd have to look it up. Andrew Huberman's talked about it. Greg's talked about it multiple times on his channel about what goes into GO2 Max. But it's a natural supplement, so it's not like there's a certain peptide that, or not peptide, SARM, that also helps with your cardiovascular. But like, once you're off of it, just like any other SARM or steroid, you'll kind of lose those gains. But like, I don't know if Greg's ever promoted it this way, but at least for me, I've kept the cardio gains of GO2 Max while being off of it, just by staying consistent with my cardio after taking it. I would say maybe a few minutes have been shaved off, or maybe I turned down the resistance 1 or 2 notches, or in this case, I'm doing 10% instead of 15. I'm also doing a longer time than 30 minutes. But like, I've definitely, for the most part, kept those cardio gains. But I would say if I was on it, I'd probably be able to do this for the full hour already. There have been days I have hit the full hour, but for the most part, it's like I can't do the full hour every single day. That's why I say 30 minutes to an hour for it. So today will be a 45-minute day, but I was also split in 2. But GO2 Max, I think, is one of their best supplements. I do like the Turkestron, but I understand that it's a bit controversial. But it's like creatine. It's not going to work for everybody. It's not. There are going to be some people who just don't feel it. And you do have genetics for how you respond to steroids, to how you respond to supplements, stuff like that. So I would say I'm probably a hyper responder. I feel insane on Turkestron. I haven't took it in forever, which sucks. I want to hop on the Turk Platinum at some point. When I was on BPC 157, it did take miracles for my knees. And then when I was on GO2 Max, I mean, it really did truly take my cardio up like multiple levels, in my opinion. So I would say that I have the genetics to be a hyper responder to at least some stuff. But that was 20 minutes, so that's 45 minutes total today, because I hit 25 earlier with Brandon before we hit the workout. So I think that will do it for us today. A good chest workout, 45 minutes of cardio, and no complaints to be had. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Firm day.